So, we're at to this point now. What's up, everyone? Boost Cyber Studios here with another video, and today we're going to be doing a different type of video pretty much. So, I thought of making a series where basically I analyze certain characters. Characters from video games, characters from books, characters from movies, all that skedaddle stuff. I was inspired by this series. I was inspired to make this series because of one of my favorite Dead by Daylight content creators who goes by the name of Kaiser. They made like a series where they would analyze certain killers and such for Dead by Daylight, obviously. I was inspired by their series, and I decided I want to make my own series where I analyze not really Dead by Daylight killers. I mean, if I want to analyze the Dead by Daylight killer, I could, but like, specifically, I want to analyze characters in general. Characters from like movies, characters from like video games, characters from like books or novels or whatevers. And today, doing my first episode of analyzing a character. And the first type of character we're talking about is none other than Sash Lilac from a game known as Freedom Planet. Now, if you guys aren't aware of what Freedom Planet is, it's pretty much an indie game. It's pretty much like Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog, pretty much. Except it's got its own stories, its own characters, all that stuff. And for a while, I've been wanting to actually talk about this character for a moment. So, buckle your seatbelts, bring your breakfast or anything, and we're going to get straight into talking about Lilac. Okay, we're finally getting started. Now, the first thing I want to talk about with this character, Sash Lilac, is, well, I'm going to go on about her backstory. Now, we don't know much about her backstory. However, we do learn some things about it during Freedom Planet 1 and Freedom Planet 2. So, Freedom Planet 1, and one of the cutscenes, Nira Lee, one of the characters as well, mentions that Sash Lilac used to work with the Reds, with pretty much a group of thieves known as the Red Scars, along with her best friend Carol, which I will make a video about some other time as well. But yeah, so for a while, Lilac was a thief pretty much, and then at some point she didn't like it anymore because she seems to find the fact that, you know, her robbing and stealing shit is wrong, so she decided to ditch the Red Scars and even went on hiding onto her new home, which was a treehouse, because she had wanted posters of herself everywhere, because that's really what she mentioned in Freedom Planet 2, obviously. Oh, and it turns out we do get a mention of another part of her backstory as well in Freedom Planet 2, where she was really, where she was basically stolen by the Red Scars when she hasn't even hatched yet. So she was still in an egg at this point, and she was stolen by the Red Scars before she hatched, pretty much. So it's like, wow. So she hasn't even hatched out yet when the Red Scarves has stolen her. And that's where, you know, she was pretty much raised to be in the Red Scars, but, you know, that didn't turn out well for her, did it? But then, after she ditched, you know, Red Scars and stuff and moved on to a new life, this is where, you know, now we get to the recent events of Freedom Planet 1, obviously. So, now that we talked about her backstory, we're going to talk about another thing. Her gameplay. Now, like I said, Freedom Planet plays like Sonic the Hedgehog in a way. Well, no, not in a way. It exactly plays like Sonic the Hedgehog. So, you know what to expect. So, Sash Lilac has, like, you know, abilities, of course. Her first ability I'm going to mention is called the Cyclone, where basically you jump and then you press the jump button again while in midair, and she will start spinning her hair around like a weapon that will also damage enemies that come in contact with it. It's also a good way of getting up on certain stuff as well, because when you do use the Cyclone ability, she does like somewhat float a bit. So you can use it for like either getting on top of something that you would normally be able to reach at some point, or you can just use it for like, well, to fly obviously, so you can get to like other platforms or some stuff. The Cyclone ability can be useful for certain scenarios too, pretty much. And then we got her main ability. Um, her Dragon Boost. Yes, her most powerful ability in the game, Dragon Boost. Basically, when you use the ability, Lilac will end up speeding up, where she basically runs extremely fast. She pretty much does like a very fast dash, and then after that the dash ends, but you move faster after that. So yeah, Lilac is pretty much based around the blue blur himself, Sonic the Hedgehog. Looks like Sonic the Hedgehog isn't the only fastest thing alive. Actually, wait, I'm forgetting another fast thing alive. Oh no, the Flash from DC! Another thing I do want to mention about the Dragon Boost is that that ability is actually really powerful. However, that ability did also get somewhat of an upgrade for Freedom Planet 2. Unlike on Freedom Planet 1, you just do the Dragon Boost and, you do a dash and that's it. You just run fucking fast. Which is very useful in most scenarios, pretty much. However, in Freedom Planet 2, it's the same thing, but with an extra step. When you use the Dragon Boost, you can use when you use your Dragon Boost while you're in the animation of the Dragon Boost, you can use a secondary ability, which I forgot what it's called, but basically how it works is that while you're using the Dragon Boost, you can use the ability again while on the animation, and you'll cancel the Dragon Boost. However, you'll end up putting out some kind of glowing star thingy, whatever it's called. I forgot what that secondary ability is called. But you plant like something out, and basically it also deals damage to enemies that contact with them, honestly. This can be useful to, well, of course, you can use that to cancel your ability, but you can also use it to deal immense damage to enemies, especially bosses. Holy shit. But, yeah, that's her gameplay. And her cycle ability is still the same in Freedom Planet 2, obviously. Nothing really much changes. Alright, so that was her gameplay we talked about. Now we're going to talk about her next thing. Her personality. So, Lilac's personality is a mixture between mediocre at best and honestly, that's all I can really think of, actually. Let's compare the two personalities she had, but compare to Freedom Planet 1 and Freedom Planet 2. So in Freedom Planet 1, basically, Lilac has this egotistical, heroic personality. However, Lilac can sometimes be a bit of a spoiled brat at pretty much some occasions as well. Freedom Planet 2, she's not as much of a spoiled brat as she once was. However, she's still got the egotistical personality, and obviously, she's still got this heroic personality and such. So, she's still the same character, really. She's still the same personality-wise. It's just the only difference is that Freedom Planet 1, she can be spoiled. She can be like a spoiled brat sometimes. Freedom Planet 2, and not very much. So, that's all I really say. Now I want to discuss her character in general. So, her character is, well, let's face it, she's obviously the main character, obviously, in both games. However, there is another thing I want to, discuss about her character, and I hate saying it, but Lilac is a fucking Mary Sue. I know, no surprise, huh? Lilac is really a fucking Mary Sue, pretty much. Especially during the fucking first game. She made some freaking mistakes. Like, really during the first game, she made mistakes. Her first mistake is obviously her barging into fucking Lord Brevin's base without thinking fact that she could be making a mistake. However, she rolled with it anyway, and that caused her to get kidnapped by Brevin, therefore her getting tortured. And another thing I do want to mention as well, that apparently to certain people that I know on Discord, people are saying that Free Fire 1 is fucking edgy because of those certain, dark moments. Just because a fucking video game has dark moments doesn't mean the fucking game is actually edgy. Free Fire 1 is still a good game, but like, the game being fucking edgy just because it's a fucking scene of Lilac being tortured by Brevin? It's a dark scene, yeah, but edgy? That's just fucking stupid. Sorry, just want to give out a small rant out there. And her second mistake is obviously a mistake that nobody ever fucking talks about. The only people that actually knew this mistake is me and a few other people that I used to be friends with. And that is the fact that she really got a child involved in her adventure, which really put the child in danger. Yes, I'm talking about Mila, another character from Freedom Planet. So while I got Mila involved into a dangerous mission pretty much. This was during when she was obviously on a mission with her friends to finally defeat Lord Brevin and stop her dreadnought and save the Kingdom Stone. However, let's just say, Mila got involved. And that eventually got Mila caught up by Brevin. And of course, fucking Brevin, fucking Brevin threatened to kill her in front of Lilac. But then when Lilac, let the Kingdom Stone stay captured, Brevin let her go, only for Mila to end up turning into some mutated alien. So yeah, Lilac. And when Lilac does, well, it depends who you play as actually. You either play as Lilac or Carol when fighting mutated Mila. But when Lilac does defeat mutated Mila, let's just say that, I guess it almost killed Mila, considering Mila was fine at the end anyway, but like, I'm assuming it almost killed her. I'm assuming she almost killed Mila. So yeah, Lilac pretty much almost fucking costed a child's life. Which yeah, that's really her second mistake. The dirt now, those are the only mistakes I can really come up with, really. I know there's another thing as well that my former friends mentioned, is that she's also the reason why Murga was released, because you didn't know, Murga was trapped inside of a crystal due to the power of the Kingdom Stone. However, when the Kingdom Stone was destroyed, yeah. And because Brevin fucked up, because Lilac almost killed Brevin pretty much, we cut to the Dreadnought being destroyed and the Kingdom Stones destroyed and all that. I don't know if that's really a mistake for Lilac. I mean, her other two mistakes we can bring up, yeah, but like, her causing the Kingdom Stone to be destroyed? I don't know. I mean, she had to deal with fucking Brevin too, so like, and after Brevin, got defeated, it would have most likely, like, I don't know, something would have most likely caused the Dreadnought to fucking explode and shit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know how to say, I don't really know how to explain to that topic, but the point is, Mary Sue, even though Lilac made these mistakes, nobody even called her out on it. Like, nobody fucking called her out at all. Like, nobody. She was a Mary Sue specifically on the first game. She's still Mary Sue in the second game, actually. I want to say probably not as much. I don't know. I consider her a Mary Sue mainly in the first game. The first game, she was definitely a fucking Mary Sue. Second game, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't even know how to explain it. So the next thing we're going to talk about is her design. Now, surprisingly, Lilac actually had 3 different designs. The first design we're going to take a look at is her Freedom Planet 1 Alpha or Beta design, where, yeah, it's not so good. She really looks like a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog character. Yeah, I don't blame them for changing it to what she looked like now in Freedom Planet 1. I'm gonna say this, it's not bad, but like, really makes her look like a Sonic character. Yeah. Now we're gonna talk about her Freedom Planet look design. Her current one, obviously, not the beta one. And it's very basic, you know, like extremely basic, nothing much there. Just a female anthropomorphic water dragon or purple dragon dog thingy, I don't know. Wearing like some basic like space blue outfit, whatever. Yeah, very basic. It's not a bad design. It's definitely better than her beta look, but it's, you know, pretty basic. And then we got her current design, which is what she looks like in Freedom Planet 2. This is obviously her best design out of the other 2 designs she has. Sure, Freedom Planet 1 design was actually, you know, not that bad, while her Freedom Planet 1 beta look was, you know, obviously just a beta, but she really looked like a fucking Sonic character. But then we got her look at Freedom Planet 2, where she actually looked a lot better. I actually prefer her Freedom Planet 2 look more than I prefer her first game's look, honestly. Looks pretty neat. So, in conclusion, Lilac is not really a bad character, actually. I think she's probably one of the coolest like video game characters I've seen for a long time. But despite the fact, like despite the certain negatives I speak about her and such, I still like the character. The character is definitely a fun character to enjoy. Definitely a character that you probably will most likely love if you ever played Freedom Planet 1 or 2. So, honestly, pretty good character. I will definitely rate her an 8 out of 10. I am Busaba Studios. I will catch you up in the second episode.